Hi guys, welcome to the next part of calculus. So we are in differential calculus. In the last class we have been observed one indeterminate form. So what we saw, this is the given function. For this function, when we are trying to bring out the answer, what we saw, we have been faced indeterminate format 0 by 0. So whenever we are facing indeterminate format, I told you we have to differentiate the same function further, but while doing differentiation, you have to differentiate numerator separately and we have to differentiate denominator separately. Then you can again substitute the same limit, cross check once again whether you are getting indeterminate form or determinate form. If you are getting determinate form, yes sir, my resultant value is finite, then there will be no issues. No sir, see, one more thing you have to observe, it may be finite or infinite, doesn't matter, but it should be what? We can determine, sir, I can easily identify this value is infinity, or I can say this value is 10, 100, 1000. In that kind of way, you have to define the solution. If you are unable to define the solution, like I cannot determine the value of 0 by 0, I don't know what is resultant ratio of this value, that is called indeterminate format. But here 5 by 18 is, it can be defined. We know if I will divide 5 by 18, I will be getting some fractional values. So this is called a definite value. So let us take the second example. Again we will be proceeding further. For this question we have to write the solution. Yes, so let us go ahead with the solution for this question. What is the given function? Limit x is approaching to 0 and the given function is sin x upon x equal to, what we have to do? Replace x by 0. If I am replacing x by 0, what I will be getting? Sin of 0 by 0. How many of you know the value of sin 0? If I will take sin 0 will be giving us 0 only. So once again it will become 0 by 0 form. 0 by 0 means this is called indeterminate format. Yes or no? Yes sir. So whenever we are facing indeterminate format, what we have to do? Treat this whole function is our f of x. So the step number 1 is indeterminate form we face. So in the step number 2, differentiate the function first. So while differentiating the function, we have to differentiate numerator and denominator separately. So how I am going to do? Numerator. See, actually what we are having here, sin x by x. If I will differentiate sin x, it will give you cos x upon denominator. If I will differentiate x separately, it will become 1. Now it's time to replace. Yes sir, we done the differentiation. Now take the same function, limit x is approaching to 0, but f dash of x value is how much? Cos x by 1 is simply written as cos x only. Now replace x by 0, what you will be getting? The value of cos 0 will give you 1. Yes sir, this value is defined. It doesn't matter whether it is definite value or undefined value, I can guess the resultant answer, I can predict the resultant answer. If you are unable to predict, then that is called indeterminate format. Okay sir, so the correct answer for this question is 1. Now in the same way, let us take one more example. Suppose in the same function, if it is given limit x is approaching to 3 under the given function, sorry, 1 minute, let us recapture. X is approaching to infinity and here I am going to consider sin 3x by x. What will happen sir? Shall we continue? Yes sir. Now the solution is, take the same function further. The solution is going to be limit, I am taking x is approaching to infinity, yes sir, and the given function is sin 3x by x. What will be the answer sir? That is the next question. Can you please check? When I am replacing x by infinity, here also I am going to replace x by infinity. Let us see what will happen. Here it is going to be sin of 3 into infinity. Tell me what is the value of 3 into infinity? Denominator, anyway it is going to be infinity only, undoubtedly, but in the numerator I don't know. You please tell me, 3 into infinity, I told you finite into infinity will be always infinite only. And similarly, if I will take finite value means it may be 3 or 10, 1000, 1 lakh, 10 lakh, whatever it is, but that value is still finite. So finite into infinity or finite plus infinity or finite minus infinity, these all values are always approaching to infinite only. Whether it is addition, subtraction, multiplication, it doesn't matter. So always we can, what we can say, finite into infinity will be always, it will be infinity only sir. Similarly, Suppose if I am having infinity by 3, then also it will be infinite only. So, infinite divided by some finite value, still it will be infinity only. Now, you can reverse the question. Sir, suppose finite by infinity, we know 1 by infinity will become 0. 0 into 3 will be 0. Some basics are required to understand these questions. Okay, sir. Anyway, 3 into infinity will be approaching infinity only. So, in the next step, I am getting sine infinity by infinity. Sir, I can write 1 by infinity is going to be 0. So, 0 into sine infinity, what is the expected value? Can you guess the correct answer for this question? I am expecting the correct answer from your side. For that, we have to little analyze the properties of sin x. If you observe the sinusoidal waveform, you all know whenever we are observing the sinusoidal waveform, it will be traveling like this, right? And this is x-axis. Here the value of x is continuously increasing, whereas the value of sinusoidal waveform is continuously going. Continuously it is going like this, same way. So, it is going from 1 to minus 1. This value is fixed from minus infinity to plus infinity. Always the value of maximum value of sine is plus 1, minimum value of sine is minus 1 only. It is fixed. It does not matter whether the value of x is going to infinity or the value of x is going to minus infinity, it does not matter. So, what is the conclusion? I can say from this the conclusion is sin x is always bounded to minus 1 to plus 1. I can clearly say here the value of x, let me define the range of x. X is traveling from minus infinity to plus infinity. You can put any value for the x from minus infinity to plus infinity, always the value of sin x will be bounded between minus 1 to plus 1. This value is strict. Same way you can write for cos x also, same relation is valid for sin x and cos x also. So, the conclusion is what? But the problem is, suppose if I am asking, then tell me the value of sine infinity. I can say sine infinity also lies between minus 1 to plus 1, but exact value cannot be predicted because infinity itself it is undefined. Then how can I know the value of sine infinity? Only thing what I know is even x is approaching infinity, value of sine is bounded, it is finite. The value of sine x is always finite. The value of cos x and sin x always finite. It does not matter whether x is minus infinity or it is plus infinity. So, do remember finally what is the conclusion here? The value of sin x and cos x are always bounded between minus 1 to plus 1, or I can say it will be always finite. From this what is the conclusion? The conclusion from here what I am going to write is the value of sin infinity is always finite because it is bounded between minus 1 to plus 1. Similarly, the value of cos infinity also going to be finite. Yeah, to understand this basics we took a little time. It's okay, no issues because it's beautiful. Without knowing this you cannot play with the mathematics. We are going to play with only problems, but you have to understand some small basics, that is also very important. Keep smile and love the subject, start learning. Okay sir, finally what we understood here, 0 into what is the value of sine infinity? Sine infinite will be finite, but exact value I don't know. What I know is finite and it is also lies between minus 1 to plus 1 only. So, now you know any value between minus 1 to plus 1 you can take. So, but it is strictly finite, right? Finite into 0, what is the resultant answer? It will be 0, sir. So, the conclusion is limit x is approaching to infinity, I can write sin x by x will be equal to 0. Suddenly you can ask, sir, here you put 3, it does not matter. I can also generalize one more way, limit x is approaching to infinity, I am generalizing, put any value, not 3. Sin m times of x upon x, that is also will become 0 only. Here for m you can put any finite value, okay. The resultant value is always 0. Now, I would like to ask you, I am giving one small homework question. Take limit x is approaching to 0, I just wanted to know the value of sin 5 times of x upon x. Can you please tell me the answer? Just spend some time. You understand the value of sin x by x, right? Now, repeat the same procedure, predict the answer. It is very easy. This is all for this lecture. Remaining things we will see in the next class. Thank you all.